YouTube right now.
Live on Instagram and live on Facebook.
Live on
Hey, y'all!
On YouTube, too.
So
YouTube.
You guys stepped in the middle of our conversation.
We're in the middle
just
of a
catch
conversation.
Up. Just catch up.
Dude, you're in the middle of a conversation, and our audience has to find out what's going on. Oh, we didn't even launch this. We can't even see people.
I need to figure out what's going on.
I don't even know what's going on,
I'm going to
man.
continue the conversation.
All right, keep going.
So, Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, he's calling everybody out on this podcast, and I don't know the real reasons why. I mean, the guy is brilliant. The guy is one of the funniest on earth. He's did killer shows across the world.
I love Cat Williams,
Killer
man.
shows.
Cat Williams is joined. Dude, we got to our first one's me joined. Who's here? Me.
M.E.
Who's
then
here?
Erica.
Who's here? Me and
Cortez.
Erica. Me, Erica. That's on
Navy
Instagram.
Mom.
Navy Mom's on Instagram. Who we got on Facebook? Oh, we
Donald
got some
Trump.
people. Trump on Facebook. Trump's on Facebook.
He
That's pretty
follows
cool.
us, man.
Dude, all right, okay.
I'm-
And then on the YouTube. Oh shoot, I don't have the YouTube viewer yet.
Oh, shoot. We don't even know the millions of fans on
We don't know who's
YouTube
gonna-
yet.
we don't know who's
What's
gonna
up,
follow us on
Jackie
YouTube.
Carter? How you doing? Where you at?
I actually sent that to Navy Mom yesterday about the Cat Williams thing.
Yeah, Navy
So-
Mom, give me your opinion on the Cat Williams thing. I got 20 minutes left on it. He's got, hour and a half left?
Yeah, something like
So
that.
we're not finished with it, but
Yeah.
what's your opinion of it? And anyone else that has seen
Oh, it's
the
crazy.
Cat
Well,
Williams
I'm a
podcast.
huge Cat Williams fan. I think he's one of
Jackie's in
Texas. What's up,
Texas, man.
Texas? Jackie in Texas. What part of Texas? Texas is a big state. Big state.
If you didn't know.
My primary residence is just right outside of Austin. I'm on Lake Travis. And then my second place is here in California.
Cat is the boss. I
Cat
think
is the boss.
just
On
came-
Instagram, we
Dude,
appreciate you.
She came back to Cali.
Dude, I'm coming back to Cali.
She's
To Cali.
just
To
getting
Cali.
into Cali.
Coming back to Cali.
Cat is the
I don't
boss.
think so. I don't think so.
Texas.
What part of Texas? What part of Texas, Jackie? Anyway, so we're listening to the Cat Williams, Shannon Sharp. And Shannon Sharp was this badass player for the Denver Broncos.
Tight end.
Pretty smart guy, and just badass. He was like legendary. I lived in Denver at the time when he was playing, and he was great. He was like great. I would always be mad how good he is, and he didn't play for my
Jackie.
team. Yeah.
Jackie said, I love Cat. He's telling the truth. No one is saying he's lying.
I know, that's crazy.
Well, he said it. He said, I collect the data. I even pay for the data.
I know, it's crazy. Well, you want to, like, this same thing, truth. There's a Kennedy. Kennedy's running for president. And he put out this book called The Real Anthony Fauci.
Bartlett, right outside of Austin.
Ah, okay, cool. So, The Real Anthony Fauci. And he really fires at the pharmaceutical companies, at Anthony Fauci. He fires, like, stuff that he would get sued for if it wasn't true.
Okay, let me give you my position on that.
Okay, go.
Talking about Kennedy, he's doing this for everyone.
Yes.
Who's Cat doing this for?
I think he's doing it.
That's the difference.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if the Cat's doing it just for himself. I think so. If you believe in the energy, I believe in energy. I believe that there's messengers of energy, and some people just got to have the courage, and they're gonna get the arrows in the back of their back. They're gonna get the arrows. They're the pioneers, but they have to do it for the greater good. Like take for instance somebody who cracked something wide open, like Donald Trump. If Donald Trump didn't get elected, you know who would be been a president? Hillary Trump. I'm sorry, Hillary Trump. Hillary, yeah, could have married him.
Could've been.
So Hillary would have been a president, and then would you ever have known about Weinstein? Never, because that would have been pushed behind the scenes. Would you ever have known about Epstein? Never. That would all been buried because it would have been under President Hillary.
Now, who's all that for?
That one I think
Everyone.
was yeah.
It's
That was
everyone.
for well. I think Donald did it for ego, and I think Cat is doing it for ego too. I think he's doing it because he's trying to get a hold of something that's like out of control. But I think he's a messenger in this big spirit of truth. Cool, and you're right. Cat has been saying this for years. Shannon gave him an unbiased that's it. And you know who? If Cat gets on like one of the big ones, like Tucker's out there right now putting truth out there. I think Tucker's another one of these guys who said, hey, this is a bunch of crap, and I'm going to put it out because I don't owe anybody anything. There's a few other, Elon is that same spirit. Elon said, I think I'm the only one who can save democracy, and I think he's right. And he did it just by buying. Why is that such angled wrong?
Because
see that?
It's not wrong. It's the setup.
Okay. So Elon, I believe, saved democracy. The reason he did that is because he showed, yes, indeed, the FBI, the CIA is in cahoots with social media in order to manipulate your brain. Everybody says, no, that's bullshit. It's a big conspiracy theory. But it's not. Elon said, look, They paid X of millions of dollars in order to shut down tweets. What? What? The answer should be zero tolerance, 000. But Elon bought Twitter, and then when he owned Twitter, he could do whatever he wants with it. And he unveiled everything. Alex Jones, did you know he got banned for questioning a reporter? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. I don't think anybody knew that.
I got banned somewhere.
Yeah, we've been banned.
For telling the truth.
So he got banned. He didn't get banned for some weird stuff. He got banned. They called it a third strike, and he questioned a reporter. That's it.
Insane.
And Elon, live on one of his things, he said, okay, we're going to hear it in your words. And Alex has said, hey, listen, I did it my time. I've told you many times I didn't mean to do this. I'm sorry. I didn't do any of that stuff the other said. And he just went on and on and on and on. And I listened to the podcast. And then Elon said, well, I've got the ability to pull it up. And he went in on the live and he pulled it up and he said, looks like you were banned for questioning a reporter. And you were banned for questioning a reporter. And that was just mind-blowing
El
to me.
Miko, hang tight. We're going to get to your
All right,
question.
cool. We're going to get to all your questions. We're just on a rant right now.
We're on fire.
Yeah, we teach you how to buy houses in all states. I'm really getting into the down payment assistance programs across all the states right now. We're trying to put them up on our website, trying to keep up with them, but I'm getting all kinds of different questions, and I'm finding there's a bunch of different ones. Like we did one in Rhode Island recently. Rhode Island, $17,500 down payment assistance program. Every state has a different version, a different program. We have to dig in. Sometimes we have to become a qualified lender. Sometimes we just partner with another loan officer that's qualified lender, works at New American Funding. So there's a lot of ways we can handle this. Either way, we're trying to make sure that you get a house in 2024 if you want a house. But in the process, so it's not so damn boring, because buying a house is pretty boring. It's exciting, but it's boring. We talk about, Epstein. We talk about Cat Williams. We talk about politics. We talk about MK Ultra a little bit. Anything. Go ahead. Start asking questions.
Nothing is off the table. Everything's on the table.
Jackie, how do you like Austin, Texas? How do you like Austin? I mean, give an honest little piece. How do you like Austin? I love it.
Yeah.
I don't live in Austin proper. Austin proper is weird. And they say keep Austin weird. I live on Lake Travis, which is it's outside of Austin. It's beautiful. I love it there. I love it.
And a real answer, too. I'll give you some perspective.
Okay, go.
So I live in an area called the Inland Empire.
Inland Empire.
It is the armpit of the nation.
I have a house here, too. Yeah, I have a house here, too.
Here's why. 30 minutes that way, $1 million homes on the beach.
Right.
30 minutes that way, you're in the mountains. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you can go skiing at Big Bear.
30 minutes that way, you're in wine country.
Big Bear's 30 minutes.
30 minutes that way, you're in the beautiful desert of California.
But 30 minutes is at 3:30 in the morning because anywhere in California, it's an hour and a half. So they'll say 30 minutes, but it's an hour and a half.
If you grew up on Donald Trump's kind of money, you can live in any one of those areas and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay? But where I live, not so desirable. Just being honest.
Yeah, being honest. Yeah.
Okay, so
but your home appreciation is amazing.
Oh,
it's amazing. It's insane, man. You make $100,000 or $200,000 a year every year. You just can't do anything with it.
I have a VA loan. I have to pay. Will I have to pay closing costs if I refinance to tap in my home equity?
El Mico 915.
What is closing costs?
Yeah, closing costs. Okay, so yes, the answer is you will have to pay closing costs. Does it have to tap into your equity? Maybe not. So here's why. If ever a loan officer, I guess, is telling you they're doing a free loan, question it, really question it, because I mean, somebody says, hey, listen, they'll call me and they'll say, hey, Lee, this other loan officer said he's going to do it for free. And I'm like, okay, I want you to think about this. You can go if you want. I'm fine with that. But I want you to go. Do you really think he's doing it for free? Really? I mean, really? Do you really think? And then I pause for a moment, and they always say, well, I guess since you put it that way, no. And I said, no, there's catches. They're hiding the fees somewhere. So when somebody says, hey, no cost to you, I actually have lenders who say, hey, listen, I put one out yesterday about refinance in one of our little videos. If you haven't seen our videos, they're pretty popular. The refinance, and lender on the bottom more comment says, well, some lenders don't charge the fees. We just ask you to bring one payment in at closing, and then you skip the month. And I said, yeah, but you're whitewashing a fee. And you're counting on that fee, that mortgage payment's about $3,000 because your refinance is going to cost anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000. There's a lot of reasons for this. There's a lot of reasons because you're basically paying off the old loan and starting a new loan. You still have to do a title search. You still have to do escrow. There's still a whole bunch of stuff that has to happen with a few exceptions. There is something called a VAIRRRL. That's an EARL loan. Now, is that free? No, it's not free, but is it cheaper? Way cheaper. There's something called an FHA Streamline. Is it free? No, it's not free. Don't let anybody tell you it's free. If you look at the closing costs, they're never free. In fact, Congress passed a law that said not only can you have to disclose everything to everybody, including the commissions to the brokers, including what the blenders make, including what the banker, everybody has to be disclosed. Where are you going, dude?
I'm going to time these answers.
Dude, okay, sorry. Am I going too long?
I like to have fun while we're having fun.
All right, okay, cool, fine. That's cool. So there is no free on the VA. You may be able to do a VAIRRRL loan. So on a VA, it's unique. Go. All right, cool. You're up.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell you're doing.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
EARLs and Streamlines are banging right now, guys.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's taking advantage of them. They can, and they're saving a ton of money on their mortgages. If you guys have an FHA loan or a VA loan that you've gotten in the last 2 years, call us because there's a lot of opportunity for you to save some money.
And if you guys got questions on YouTube, I see you on YouTube. Thank you very much for being here. On Instagram, thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys on Instagram. On Facebook, I know it's all right here, but that's where I see it. I see Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
All right, here's what's happening, guys. Lee and I are hot, and we want to talk about Cat Williams because we get on the top of our brain. We have all these questions we need to address first, and we'll get back.
Okay, go.
Jackie Carter said Cat has been on this for years.
Yes.
Shannon just give him an unbiased platform.
I know. I love it. I love it.
I need. Dang, a lot of questions.
Okay,
You guys
cool.
are freaking throwing them in.
Yeah, I know. We got to try and keep up right here.
577 FICO, almost there.
Almost there. Hey, Ro, you might be there. And at 577, so let me give you the real quick. This is the hack. Go ahead and hit the timer, dude.
All right.
So, here's the hack. FHA is 580, but when you pull your credit, yours isn't a lender's pull. Yours is Lower My Bills or freecreditreport.com or something. It's a different algorithm. The credit score that you see is designed for the credit card companies. They like to sell your data so they can sell you credit cards somewhere in the future. And in exchange for that, they give you a free credit report. But it's not free. They sell your data. If anything's free, you're the product.
Boom.
But if you really had a 577 FICO, the immediate thing I would do is put you into my credit simulator and say, how do I get that 577 to a 580? That's only 3 points. And sometimes it's as easy as, hey, you have a credit card with $5,000 debt on it, and then another credit card with zero debt. All we do is transfer half of that, and boom, you're at 600. We do it all the time. It's so easy, but it's the bank pays for this high-level credit simulator, so we're able to put this in and figure out how we can get you qualified. So you may be there, Ro. Talk to us. Next.
All right.
How long did I go? 46 seconds, man.
That's after I started in a minute late.
Okay, fine.
Virginia.
Hi, NAF family. What's up, Virginia? Good to see you. What city and state are you out of? How long you been with NAF? Cool. Next.
Aretha Bonner.
How much mortgage would be on a $235,000 loan in El Paso, Texas?
235 G's.
235 G's. 235 G's. So it's going to depend on your credit score a lot. And it's also going to depend on your down payment a lot. But I'm going to guess between $1,800 and $2,800. I know that's a wide range because I don't know what your tax base is. I don't know how much you're putting down. But it'll give you a range, $1,800 to $2,800, somewhere in that range.
The T-shirt rack. I'm in the high 600s in New Hampshire. Is it possible to buy there?
I think so. The T-shirt rack.
Yes.
I think not only do I think so.
Not only does it think so.
Yes.
Yes.
See what that was?
Jerry Beard. I need 3% interest rate, please.
Me too, Jerry. Jerry, if you can get that, I'll take 2 of them, please.
Yeah.
2 of them, and I'm buying that night. I'm buying all drinks you want, up to $40.
A Costco pallet of that.
Up to $40.
Roy Williams. How long do you think rates will drop in 2024?
How low? How low will they go? Well, Roy, we talked to a lot of people. We watch a lot of people that are predicting the future. The Fed has put out probably 3 interest rate reductions. If you look at the odds on it dropping at the January 31st are like 6%. It's probably not going to drop. Probably not unless something changes. The March is 66%. But the June, 90%. So, when will it drop? Those are the odds right now. We watch the odds, we listen to the people, we watch the economy, we watch the housing starts, all of that stuff. I think around March, April, May, you're going to start seeing them. But where it's really going to gain speed, and I've been saying this for a year now, is third quarter. Right at the beginning of third quarter. We're now in first quarter. Third quarter, right at the beginning of third quarter, this economy is going to start screaming.
You mean
And
summertime?
summertime. Dude, summer.
Will
Summer.
Smith.
Summer.
Will Smith smack Chris
Summertime.
Rock.
Summertime. So, yeah, it's going to start going down. It has been going down. Actually, if you go to our New American Funding website, we're at 5.25 on a 15-year conventional right now. There's a lot of asterisks on that. It has to be 800 FICO score, 40% down, 24 DTI. There's a whole bunch going on there. But that rate actually exists. They couldn't put it out if it didn't exist. So, can you get a 5.25? Actually, if you go to our website, the way you get to our website is real simple. Go to top links of our profile, go to cool stuff, and you'll see the today's interest rates. Now, that's not your quote. That's the quote that New American Funding is putting out to the world. Yeah, and if by the way, if I would have not put this out that you can get it on the front page, loan officers would be coming at me like this because we've done that before. We're like, hey, you can get a 5.25. They're like, bullshit, I'm in the business. You can't do that. You can't. Loan officers love to hate on us. I don't know why. I don't know why, but they love to hate on us. Why?
I do.
Why do you? Why? Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
This is all they see all day long.
They're like,
All day.
these guys are clowns. Yeah.
All day.
How many times have you heard that?
Jesus Lopez, I'm trying to buy a home. Live in Ohio.
Jesus, did you want to buy in Ohio?
Since we're on a comedy topic.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle lives in Ohio.
He's got a nice house.
I bet he does.
I bet he does.
I haven't
yeah.
been there. I know you
I've
go
never
there.
been there. Yeah,
I know you go there
I
regularly.
stalk her. I look through the window. I look through the trees. I'm like, yeah,
He's
there's
country.
Dave.
I think
There's
he's in the
Dave.
country.
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
cornfields.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Jerry Beard.
Okay, cool.
At Roy Williams, they need to drop 3% because the mortgage people are keeping all the money.
What?
He told Roy Williams that.
I don't know. Okay.
Ravinder Samar?
What's
the
the interest rate for a bank statement loan?
Boom.
Oh, bank statement loans.
Love
Okay,
'em.
so
Love them.
bank statement loans are usually a bit higher than your conventional conforming. So a little bit higher. So I'm going to tell you that a 30-year fixed under the perfect scenario that you would see on the New American Funding website is 5.75. So the bank statement loan is going to be a little bit higher than that. I don't know what it is because I don't know what your credit score is. I don't know what your bank statement program is. I don't know what we need to factor. But as soon as we talk, Rajvinder,
Rajvinder, I think.
Rajvinder, as soon as we talk, I'll set it up. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, what's up, Miss Conscious?
Miss Conscious, what's up? We got anything on the IGs, man? Don't forget the IGs, dude.
Oh gosh, RGs. You should read the real Robert F. Kennedy book. Said Navy Mom.
Real Robert F. Kennedy. All right. Why? Tell me why. What do you think? I like Kennedy, man. I like Kennedy. I like the truth that he puts out.
Virginia works for corporate for 12 years now, man.
For corporate inside of, is that
12
NAF?
years.
That's just NAF, right?
Yeah,
That's the
NAF.
NAF girl?
Yeah.
For corporate for 12 years. Well, we're here now 5.
Yeah.
We're here 5 years. We just, our
this month.
anniversary. Yeah, our anniversary happened like a couple days ago. They hired us in, whatever, it's 5 years ago minus now, 2019, January. Actually, they hired us in 18, but for lots of reasons, we waited till the end of the year, W-2s and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then we came on, we got the beautiful bone, we got all the people saying, yay, welcome aboard. And then we did great, and then the mortgage industry fell apart.
Years
And
later.
so many people left. So many, like, I got no choice. You can't make a living, right?
Yeah.
I emailed you guys. Thank you, Ash. We appreciate you. If you emailed us, if it was today, we'll get to you after our live. We catch up. We go down the hit list and we try and hit everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If we missed it, text us. We get a lot of inquiries, especially lately. We're getting a ton. Once you talk with us, you're in the system. But if you emailed us, sometimes they get lost. Sometimes they get caught in spam. But if you just make sure you talk with us, you'll be in the system. You eventually end up with Martha. Martha's our LOA, loan officer assistant. She's amazing. We love Martha. So she'll help you through a lot of it. And then we make sure that you get your bang. It's like doctor, nurse. Go. Nurse does all
Commercial
the work.
time.
Doctor gets all the credit. If you need a badass loan, call Badass Loan Officer. Badass Loan Officers, Chris and Lee, You can get a hold of them by these phone numbers here. We are about to engage the special effect to make this disappear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Special effect.
Boom.
Boom.
You guys didn't even see that coming.
That was a fadeaway.
You didn't even see that coming.
Straight fadeaway.
Chica Ruiz, LMF. We are buying a house. We are in escrow. House is $800,000. FHA 3.5% down. 6.2 APR. Payment $6,200. Is that too much? It's a whole lot of data you gave me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Sure.
That's a lot of data. First off, your 800K says you're in a high level area because there's not a lot, just for anybody who's listening, not everywhere qualifies FHA. Like Orange County, Los Angeles, big, huge, high dollar counties are 800. No, actually it's 766, right? FHA 766?
644 where we're at.
644. Oh,
But
644.
look at that. 6.2 APR. That's badass. I'm going to say that's good.
Yeah, actually that's not bad. And it depends. Are you buying down the rate? And has your LO talked to you about buying down the rate? Because you have to think about, am I going to keep this 6.2 when I am in a 4% environment in 9 months? Because if rates drop into 4s, are you going to keep a 6.2 or are you going to refinance? And if you're going to refinance and you know that, then you shouldn't pay for the buy down right now. It's strategery.
Yep, strategery. But
Yeah,
here's another
strategery.
thing, guys. She said 6.2 APR. That's not her interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
That's not her interest rate. Okay.
Right.
So what that means is her rate's probably lower than that.
Yeah.
So what is your actual rate? Luna emailed us too, man.
Okay, cool. That's also, I think we've talked with Luna actually.
Virginia
So-
said Chris is great. Leah's okay. Love the energy. No, Virginia said you guys are great. Love the energy.
Good.
Yasmin, they all say this. Till it's time to get approved. They all say this. Oh, Yasmin.
They all say what?
Did you get a bad experience with the loan officer?
They all
Probably
say what?
it's easy.
They all say
Probably
what?
rates
Yeah.
are good. Probably
Okay, so
there's the rate.
Yasmin, here's the ugly reality of the loan business. There's a lot of money in it. And if you're not qualified, many loan officers will just go, hey, you're not qualified, bye. And that's it. We're a little different. If you're not qualified, we're going to tell you why, and then we're going to give you a strategy. We're going to say, hey, your FICO score is a little bit too low. Here's how you fix it. Here's some credit repair people that we recommend, or you can do it yourself. And we do that. Or bring in a non-occupant co-borrow. Or you need more income, side hustle. Let's figure out how you can make more money on the side. Either way, we're going to give you a plan to get that house.
So over the years, how many people have we given a real strategy to get a house? How many people? Throw a number out. Random number. Is it in thousands?
Yeah, it's in thousands.
Thousands of people.
Thousands,
and I'll tell you right now that every person that has followed our advice, not everyone follows it, that has followed our advice, became a homeowner. They became a homeowner.
Yeah, and sometimes it's ugly stuff. Like, hey, I got this charge off from the electric company, and I'm not going to pay them. Well, if you don't pay them, that's always going to be a lien, and you're not going to get a house. So you got to pay them. I don't want to pay them. Or the one that I really love. Hey, I'm not paying that child support. He's already 24. Yeah. No, the child support was paid. It was paid by the state. The state's coming after you for child support. You got to pay it. So figure out an agreement, how you can pay that child support, catch yourself up, and let's get you a house. Happens all the time.
Something's happening that's real weird right now. We got
All right, tell me.
too many questions here and too many questions there.
All right,
I got to
go.
walk over here to answer these.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to shoot them at you and you can answer
Okay,
them.
cool. All right. Dude, we're
Matt's
gonna.
fan, what's up, cousin?
What's up, cat? Cuz.
Ducky, what's up?
What's up, Ducky?
Norma Sunshine.
Norma Sunshine, great to see you. Thank you very much. We're trying to address all the questions on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on YouTube. We're getting them from everywhere. Yay, great news.
You Are My Sunshine said, Chris, we need to talk about getting me a house. Cool, yes.
Yes, you are my sunshine. Let's do it. Taco Crystal.
Navy Mom said, he discloses how his dad was killed. He was shot from the back 4 times.
What?
I said I haven't finished the podcast
What?
yet.
Yeah, what? What?
Navy Mom said, "Has anyone watching, these guys helped me get my house after I was told I didn't qualify."
Ah, we get you a house.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to get you a house. We love that
Back
shit.
to TikTok. 'Cause there's a
Okay,
bunch of
so
questions
yeah,
over there.
on the Facebook, do we have any on the Facebook? Look on the Facebook. Okay,
Go ahead
so
and take that
T-shirt, I'm not sure I work on the TikTok ones. What about a USDA construction perm loan? Is it beneficial? Can you explain this? Okay, so here's the thing about this. FHA offers it and USDA, but they're not exactly the way they sound. And some loan officers will say, yeah, you can do it. Well, FHA will finance the loan that you can live in, but they also have other loans that you can build on, like a 203K loan. There's a lot of work involved. There's actually a program where you can get a construction loan and take it out with an FHA loan, a VA loan, or a USDA loan. But those are not the straight FHA, USDA, they're so complicated. They're so complicated. Can it happen? Maybe. And I say maybe because there's a lot of qualifying to make that happen. Is it beneficial? Can you explain this? If you're like a contractor and you understand how to build a house, probably yes. If you're a engineer or you work at McDonald's or you do anything other than that, probably too complicated. It's very difficult to do.
Okay. So, excellent credit, 15% down, self-employed, report only 20 on taxes, but have the ability to report more. Adolfo,
We got to report more. Well, maybe depends on what other your other sources of income are, because all loans are driven off of income. FICO is your qualifying factor and tells you what kind of good loan you're going to get, but it all drives off income. I need to have income. Now, it doesn't have to be earned income. It can be passive income, real estate investments, stock investments, Social Security disability, VA disability. There's a lot of different types of income, child support, alimony. These are different types of income. It doesn't have to be earned income, but it does have to be income, and all things work off of DTI, debt to income ratio. So if all you're reporting is 20, I can tell you that I can use about 10,000 for buying a house, which means your PITI has to be under about $800 a month. That's probably not realistic. So we can make it happen. We just have to work it. Do you guys check your messages? Ooh, dude, Jolly Rancher said, dude, check. We just got to dig, kind of.
Yeah, and then down here she said, I text Chris yesterday at 10:59 a.m.
All right. Yes, we check our messages, but we'll check it again, Jolly Rancher. We're gonna
call you guys later today, said Rajvinder.
Yeah, call us. By the way, you don't have to text us. Just hit call. Just hit call. If we don't answer,
Not now.
Call again. Not right now because we don't answer. Well, both of our phones are theoretically on DND. The reason they're both on DND is because he's broadcasting to IG. I'm broadcasting to TikTok on these two. Then we got two other cameras for Facebook and YouTube. We're trying to answer everybody's questions. Cool. I'm closing at 6.25. Is that good? Maybe, Eric. Maybe. It's better than 8. That's for damn sure. It's not as good as 5. That's for a fact.
Excellent credit, 15% down, self-employed. Okay.
Yeah.
I texted yesterday. Tax season.
Tax season. Tax season. Yes, it is.
San Diego. I love San Diego.
We love San Diego.
What do they look at on someone's credit to get approved for a loan/house? Bree asks.
So Bree, credit is a accounting of how good you manage debt. So if you got a credit card, you paid it on time, you manage debt good. If you got student loans and you paid it on time, you manage debt good. If you bought a car and you paid it on time, you manage debt good. Your FICO score goes up. But if you got a credit card and you didn't pay it on time, you don't manage debt good, and your credit score goes down. We look at all of that. And then for the last 7 years, sometimes 10, but for the last 7 years, we get to see everything that you've done. Everything. And then the underwriters make a decision whether you're a good risk or not. Very simple.
You guys do pre-approvals?
Yes, we do. We not only do pre-approvals, Jesus, we do TBD underwrite. What does that mean? Pre-approval is everybody is a loan officer putting all the data into, in our case, Encompass, and we get an automated approval, which is the computer saying, yes, based on everything you put under here, it works. A TBD underwrite means we send you to a full underwriter. The underwriter looks at everything and says, this person is good as gold, buy the house. So we'll give you a pre-approval. That can be done in about an hour or 2 or 3, depending on your file. A TBD takes about a week because we literally they call your job, they make sure that you still work there, they make sure your income is accurate, they do all of that stuff, and that house is yours, no question.
Did you answer that question? What about USDA construction to perm loan? Because down here she said you didn't. He or she, I'm not sure.
USDA to so yes, it's difficult.
Very sensitive.
It's difficult. It's a very difficult process. I have never pulled off the USDA one. I've never pulled it off. I've talked about it a whole bunch of times. The 203Ks, which is a lot thinner loan, That's difficult. Even a 203K loan is difficult because you need a general contractor in there, you need a manager in there. You have to do a lot of things in order to pull a 203K off. We have pulled 203Ks off. Those are difficult. I've never pulled the USDA construction to perm. And what does it mean? It means that we buy a piece of land, we make sure that the land is zoned, and then you get to the city, you submit your plans to the city approves it, your general contractor comes in, they pour concrete, they put up the studs, they put in the electricity, the plumbing, the ducting, everything that has to go in there, then they put a roof on it, then they test it, then you can live in it. That's a very long, hard process. Yes.
How much cash reserves do you think you need before buying a house?
You.
How much cash reserves do you need? Okay, so it's not necessary for every time you buy a house. It's just not necessary. Reserves are usually necessary for weak credit, weak meaning not the strongest. You still qualify based on guideline. And just know that there's 3 legs to a loan. You got income, assets, and credit. If one of those is weak, the other 2 better be strong, okay? And it doesn't matter which one of them, that's when reserves kicks in. It also kicks in when you're buying second homes and investment properties, but that's a different side of it. Once you hit that level, if you're buying investment homes, putting 20% down or more and stuff like that, then yes, you're going to need a lot more money. That's where you need a lot more reserves. And reserves range between 6 months to 24 months, depending on your file. So what that means is if you have one house and you're buying a second house, you need 6 months reserves on this and 6 months reserves on this, or 24, up to 24, depending on your file. So what is a reserve? It's a monthly payment. So your monthly payment, let's call it $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. $2,000 a month times 6 is $12,000. If you need 2 of those, it's $24,000. And it's money that's set aside, not money that you are using. It's just set aside. So to answer your question, it's not always needed. We are still waiting on the response, said Jolly Rancher. Question.
I don't know how long ago that was. I don't know if we
I
responded.
don't know. That's the one that said they text yesterday, and then we said, okay, we'll get to it. And then they said, we don't have a response. Question.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, they answered it.
Okay, we did answer it. Okay, thank you, T-shirt. All right, cool. My rate was
$500 when I bought my house. My credit is $720. Is it good time to refinance?
my rate 500. My rates. I think they mean my interest rate was 5%. Is that about right?
Maggie, clarify that one.
Maggie, yeah, we're not sure what that means. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
T-shirt,
thanks.
FYI. Thank you.
What's the rates for the VA,
What's the
man?
rates for the VA loan?
Get
Dude,
it.
the VA
Get
loan.
it.
My favorite loan, by the way. It's my favorite loan.
Let's get it.
30-year fixed right now. 30-year fixed on a VA. If you go to our website, 5.375. 5.375. 5.375. Okay, cool. That's good.
Jara
That's really
said,
good.
is it a good time to buy a house? Cash?
So if you have cash, probably, yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea because here's why. There's a cost to money. And if money is at 8%, it's a very expensive money. If you know that money is going down to 4% or even 3%, you should probably wait to borrow money so that you pay less on that. Because if you don't know this, when you buy a $500,000 house, by the time you've paid it off, you will pay $2 million at 8%. You'll pay $2 million. You know who made the $1.5 million? The bank. $1.5 million. But that's because they lent you the money. If you could do it without the bank, do it without the bank.
Dude, I want to talk about Cat Williams. All this loan stuff.
I know.
All right, next.
Okay, cool.
620 credit score, first time buyer, 2 incomes. Can I get approved?
620?
Heck yeah.
Dude, let's do
All
it
day
right
long,
now.
All day, every day. So here it is, guys. So first time home buyer, haven't bought a house before, we can start at 580. Okay. Even if you're a repeat, start at 580. So 580 or better. If you have a job for at least 2 years, you need to call us because you already qualify. We just need to figure out how much. Okay. What are first time home buyer perks, if any, with an FHA loan? 690 FICO, $105,000 income.
Ricky, you got to listen to me because this is important. A lot of people hear about first-time homebuyer programs and they think, oh, it's great. I must qualify because I'm a first-time homebuyer. If you're an actual loan officer, you know that a lot of this stuff is bullshit. It's just crap. It's not, it's spin, it's marketing, it's all this. FHA is simple. It's 3.5%, but you don't have to be a first-time homebuyer to buy FHA. Now, there are first-time homebuyer programs. They're down payment assistance programs, most of them. And for those are not always great either. Because, I'll give you an example, we have one in California called the Dream for All program. The Dream for All program, will get you up to 20% for your down payment. So let's just say you bought a $500,000 house. Well, they're going to get you 100 grand. 100 grand. Sounds great, right? Sounds great, right, Ricky? Sounds great. 100 grand. Okay, so let's go a little deeper. That 100 grand, he loves when I do this. 100 grand, you know what? By the way, that 100 grand isn't a gift. He's going to start. It's not a gift. It's a loan. Oh, wait a minute. And we want interest on that loan. Oh, wait a minute. So I owe you your 100 grand back with interest? Yes. Okay. Oh, and by the way, we also want equity appreciation sharing, which means as your home grows in equity, we want a piece of that equity. Oh, and by the way, we're first out. So if you sell that house, you pay us before you get one dime. So does that still sound like a good idea? Well, if you couldn't buy a house before and you can now, it's a good idea. But is it something you would preferably go for? I know I wouldn't if I had an option not to. If I had no option, absolutely, let's do it. But if I had an option not to, I wouldn't.
So you're saying you can either have a car with all the windows in the winter or a car with no windows in the winter, but regardless if you need a car, they're both good? Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
It's too confusing, man.
No.
Here's my opinion.
Yeah, okay, good. You got opinion.
I'll qualify you for whatever you're qualified for. You pick and choose what's best for you.
I'll do the same thing. Why not?
That's how we do
I'll
it.
match him. Done.
It doesn't mean he's not going to be angry about it.
I'm going to be like, stupid down payment assistance program. Don't understand.
Funded.
Yeah, funded. Another funded loan, dude. Can you believe we did adapt?
Antony Romaya, what is your start to finish average turnaround time for a clean file?
Oh, Antonio. Oh, you're going to love this. First off, you're probably a loan officer, so great news. There's some LOs that are watching us right here, and we really like that. But here, this is a really funny situation because there was a time when we were turning in a boatload of loans, like a bunch of them, like a lot of loans. And we were mad because we were getting 30-day turn times. Right now, if I turned in a loan and I said, this has to go in 11 days, you know how long it would be? 11 days. 11 days. You know why? Because the mortgage industry is very tough and only the strong are surviving. Many 80,000 loan officers have left the business. KK's in the house. Sorry, I get real happy when KK gets here. So when the 80,000 loan officers have left the business, it's a very, very tough business. If you're still in it, congratulations, man. We hope you do very well.
Mario Padilla, in California, what can I extra pay in closing costs for a $375,000 house?
Expect to pay. Expect is probably it. In California, roughly 375. You're probably going to pay between 6 and 8 grand. 6 and 8 grand in closing costs. That doesn't have to come out of your pocket, and it doesn't even have to be you paying it. The seller can pay it. The lender can pay it. The realtor can pay it. Your grandma can pay it. Your best friend from high school can pay it.
What about your enemy?
Your enemy can pay it. You're good if you can get your enemy to pay it. So maybe they want them to move from California from somewhere else.
Like, hey, man,
here you go. I'll pay your closing costs.
Bye.
Yeah. So anybody can pay it. Boom.
Rate was $500.
Rate
Maggie
was
said so.
Yeah. Fine.
Expect. Yeah, she fixed it. Happy Friday, KK.
Happy Friday.
Nadia Floyd. How long does it usually take to get a pre-approval?
To get a pre-approval after we have all the documents. Listen to this part. All the documents. Let me say that one more time. All the documents. I can usually do it in about 2 hours. Maybe 3. But all the documents. Here's what we usually get. Well, I sent you last year's 1040 and the 2021's W-2. Can you work off that? No, I can't. I need to be able to document everything. So once I have all of it, done.
Do you guys know anything about the TextVet program?
I don't know. I don't know what TextVet. Oh, that's Texas veterans. That's Texas veterans. Yeah, they're the VA loan's a damn good loan, and there's some loans that go on the top of it that help you with closing costs. Like in California, they have a CalHAF. I think the TextVet is the same. I'll have to dig into the guidelines. But in California, you can actually use CalHAFA to pay for your closing costs on a VA loan. And just because it's zero down doesn't mean you can't tie in a program with it to cover your closing costs. So VA loan is amazing if you qualify. It's a great loan. There's some other stuff. Anyway, cool. Next.
Javis Lee, send me the link to your shirts. You got one in different colors.
Thank you, Javis, for noticing. I appreciate it very much. It's Giorgenti out of New York. I don't know if there's a link. They did online stuff for a while, but now you have to actually go to New York to get them.
Or I could just go to the trash can and bury
Yeah.
about a dozen of them and
Yeah.
give them to you.
Dude, out of the trash can. He throws them away after I wear them.
What?
What?
You made it all weird, man. We're just business partners. That's it.
Oh, no.
That's
weird.
it.
Weird. What
Like,
do we
hey,
got?
Chris,
We have to...
Here's my shirt.
Throw it away from me.
Back to Cat Williams.
You got them? Yeah.
Okay, so Cat Williams went on a podcast yesterday, or a couple days ago.
Okay.
Shannon Shay?
Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, yeah.
Yeah, when Shannon Sharp and is shooting at basically half a dozen, maybe a dozen comedians in the industry that are currently doing okay and killing it. And it's weird. And it's weird because I look at him and I go, you're a fantastic comedian. You're actually a great personality and you're a smart guy.
I think he's legendary. I think he's above everybody.
Well, he said it. He said, I'm already in the comic Hall of Fame, stand-up comic Hall of Fame, which I would put him there 100%.
Yeah.
100%. But I don't, what he's doing, he's angry. And I don't know why he's angry. Is he angry because he's not on top anymore?
Mm-hmm, maybe.
Is he angry because he's not in the limelight anymore? Is he angry because those other people are doing stuff right now and he isn't? Like, what's the deal? What do you think it is?
Well, I really do think that there's a group, a mindset in Hollywood, in loans even. Everywhere you go, there's a group of the in people. And if you don't fit into that group, you get ostracized. And if you get ostracized, your life is not the same as these other people. And it's very difficult to work with that kind of stuff. Like, I'll give you some real high-level examples. Who's the guy? Edward Snowden. Who he was in this group and he was in the in people, but his brain didn't work that way. He's like, this is not right. This stuff is not right. And when he actually martyred himself, because that's what he did, he says, I'm going to out this and then I got to leave the country. And I may never see my parents again or my wife. I don't know if he has kids, but I may never, he did have a girlfriend or a wife, one of the two. But he didn't fit in that group and he wasn't wrong, but he wasn't part of the group. And I think these people that step outside of the group and start talking truth, that's a very hard life. You chose it though. You know who's living it right now? Kennedy. Kennedy said, hey, listen, I'm a lifetime Democrat, not just me. My uncle was the president of the United States. My dad was a senator. I'm like Kennedy. Not like maybe somebody can. I'm Kennedy. Like lineage goes straight up to Kennedy. And you know, he's like, I can't, this is not right, the stuff that's going on. So he says, I'm leaving the Democratic Party. Now, the Democrats are turning on this guy and they're trying to ignore him, just like they're trying to ignore Trump. They're trying to ignore him, but he's martyred himself. So when you ask me about Cat outing this stuff on Hollywood, I think it's the same thing. I think he's martyring himself, but not for the good of humanity. I think Cat's doing it for himself.
Yeah, but,
but it does
become a
happen.
martyr.
You do, and that's what's happening.
You're saying Cat's dying?
You tell me he's not.
We're all dying every single second of the day. I'm dying a little more, but he's so smart. He's so smart, and he can hold a conversation like nobody's business.
I know.
And he has an answer for everything. And what I really respect about his answers is he does this.
High-level answers, not like quip answers, not like, hey, I've rehearsed this. There's thought in it really fast. And if you listen to this podcast...
And then he responds.
He was 13 years old when he left home and a genius, by his own words, a genius. People think genius is automatically success. I know a lot of geniuses who are very miserable. Like they're legit geniuses, legit. But they didn't learn how to function in life and use that genius. It's like a tall guy who didn't make it in the NBA. Never learned how to use that height, that kind of thing. Anyway, keep going.
I'm closing on my second house this week. Can I get a cash out on my first home right after? Sure, you can. As long
Call
as
us.
you qualify.
Yeah, call us. We'll do it.
As long as you qualify.
If you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer. The badass loan officers are on this card right here. Screenshot. Bye.
Alicia, what are some red flags to look out when looking for a lender?
Oh, Alicia. Alicia. You don't have to look for a lender. You found one. But in the event that you didn't choose us, here's what it is. This is a very complicated business, and there's a lot of money in it. And a lot of new guys come in every day, and they're like, hey, use me. I'm Mr. Lender. The truth is you only get good after you've messed up a lot of files. That's the only way you get good. Now, if you're fortunate as a brand new loan officer, you have a mentor so you can mess up and he can fix it before you hurt somebody. But if somebody hasn't been in the business for a long time, they don't know. They haven't been through it. They read the guidelines. And actually, when you go through loan officer school, they say, hey, you should put people in houses at 32 debt to income ratio. In the real world, we rarely put somebody in a 32 debt to income ratio. They're always 45 to 50. Always. Always. So what you should look for is somebody who knows the guidelines but is not afraid to put it out there. If they're on social media like we are, and they're spitting out the guidelines and asking questions and going live and taking that's somebody who probably knows their stuff, because the only way you get here is confidence. You have to have messed up enough times to go, no, I know how to avoid that problem. I can fix that. And the only reason I know it is because I've been through it. So when you're looking for a good loan officer, if you didn't choose the top badass loan officers, us, go with somebody who's not afraid to answer questions, who doesn't always have to go, well, let me go check with my manager. I got to go do this. No, most of the stuff is off the top of the head. It's like a good UFC fighter. You know, how do you get out of a guillotine lock? Well, let me check the guideline. No, you better do it right now. You better do it right now or you're going to get choked out. Same thing in the loan business. Find somebody who's not afraid to put it out there. Because even with us doing all this and we vet it and we know our stuff, occasionally we're wrong. Very rarely. Occasionally we're wrong. I hate it when it happens. But it happens, and when it does, I retract it, whatever. But we know our stuff. That's how you vet a good loan officer.
And also, so who's in front of you? So who's the best baseball player? I don't know. Let's look on TV.
Yeah.
Who's the best football player? I don't know. Let's look on TV. Who's the best loan officer? I don't know. Look in front of you. See how easy that is?
Yep.
Okay.
Are we missing things on Facebook? Are we missing things on Instagram? Are we missing things on TikTok?
We're missing things everywhere. We
right.
can't solve everyone's
All right, cool.
problems. All we can do is offer our phone number.
On
and if you're
YouTube.
really
We
serious,
appreciate you guys on
just
YouTube.
call us, you text us, you email us. That's the only thing we can
And
really
we're going to
do,
get back
guys.
to that one. I'm going to go to 1059 yesterday and find dude, you can't be missing texts.
I know, right?
These are our fans. We got to help them get a house. That's all there is to it. We got to help them.
But I'm the only one that can call. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Is California in California, what can I...
We already covered that.
Okay.
Yeah. You're further down. And then over here, okay, we got people laughing at us. We got balloons. Thank you for the balloons. Appreciate the balloons.
How long does it usually take to get pre-approved? We
Covered that one. Yeah, covered that one. The shirts, yes. Thank you for liking the shirts. I appreciate you.
Do you absolutely have to have a 2-year work history to qualify for a loan?
Oh, Mauricio Padilla says, do you absolutely have to have a 2-year work history to qualify for a loan? Here's the answer. Yes and no. Moving on. Okay, so here's how it works. I do need a 2-year work history, but let's just say you went to nursing school and you got out of nursing school and you got a job in California, $100,000 a year, common in California. You got a job, $100,000 a year, you've been there 1 month, and you say, hey, I got a contract that guarantees me $100,000 a year. I say, cool, let me see that contract. Oh, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, but I've only been working there 1 month. I say, how long were you in nursing school? Well, I was there for 4 years. All right, cool. Well, guess what? I can get you qualified right now. Have done it. We'll do it again. Nurses, teachers, a whole bunch. Anything in profession, engineer, doctor, lawyer, whatever. If you came out of it and you got a job with a guaranteed income, boom, done deal.
And that's a very broad stroke. So for most people, 100% accurate. But the truth is, you don't need a 2-year. He said buy a house. He didn't say my primary residence. He didn't say that I'm going to live in. He didn't say investment property. He didn't give anything. You can buy a house.
You got
with
money?
No income.
Yeah, have you got money?
With no income.
Okay, bank statement, yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of them. It's not QM. It's not your traditional mortgage.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you have to put more money down.
Or DSCR.
Or DSCR. There's a lot of different ways to go. But if you're going traditional and you want to live in the house, that's going to be your best route.
That's what I mean, but you got to vet your loan officer, because as we're sitting here thinking, DSCR is a investment property that services its own loan. Bank statement is only bank statements. I don't have to prove income. I just have to show that your bank statement has deposits. There's a lot of different ways. That's why I say.
And do you guys work in Florida? I work in
Yes,
California.
we do. Well, no, we do loans in Florida.
Yeah.
And I just researched a down payment assistance program for a client in Florida. I know of 4 of them right now. 4 of them in Florida.
Jamie, what docs are required for pre-approval?
That's super simple, Jamie. You're gonna be very happy you asked this. Very simple. 2 documents. That's it. 2. Actually, a lot of documents, but 2. 2 years tax returns, 2 months bank statements, most recent paycheck stub. That's it.
Balloons!
Yeah, we got balloons. Thank you very much for the balloons. Again, balloons. Thank you.
I'm looking to get my second property. Can you guys help?
Oh, we not only can we help, we will help. And if your second property is a new primary, that's good. If it's a second home, we'll use the second home guidelines, which are better than investment guidelines. But if you happen to be a baller and buy an investment property after investment property, we'll help you with that too and give you a very competitive rate.
Great, thank you. There was one
All right,
here.
cool.
What do you call a 10-eyed spider?
Oh God, there's gonna be jokes. There's gonna be jokes, man. It's gonna be. Is this a Cat Williams joke? I don't know what. What do we call him?
It's a spider.
Okay,
We gotta go, man.
we gotta go, dude. This hour always flies by.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. We've been Chris and Lee. We're gonna answer all your stuff. If not, text us again. We really want to help you get a house. We've been Chris and Lee. We appreciate you. Have a great day.